I still remember the exact second my mother erased my wedding day. It wasn't a scream. It wasn't a fight. It was 7 words on a screen, glowing like a guillotine. Your wedding date is cancelled. Your brother scheduled his engagement party the same day. I read it once. Twice. Then I felt something inside me finally stop pretending. My name is Ethan. I'm 34 now. 2 years ago I was 32, a mid-level litigator who spent his life putting out other people's fires while everyone pretended I didn't burn. I was always the fixed point. The older brother who never cracked. The one who could be moved, rescheduled, asked to understand, again. Because understanding was my job. Being angry. That was someone else's luxury. My younger brother Caleb never had to learn how to read the fine print. He just had to exist. And somehow that was enough for my parents to rewrite the entire calendar around him. We had booked our venue 18 months in advance. Exposed brick. Tall windows that caught the late afternoon gold. We signed every contract, paid every deposit, built every spreadsheet. $87,000 of our own money we had scraped together between depositions, student loan payments, and nights when we ate ramen so we could afford the open bar. It wasn't extravagant. It was ours. Then Caleb met Lila. Within 6 months she had a ring the size of a small country, a Pinterest board titled Our Forever, and my mother's entire emotional bandwidth. One Tuesday, 3 months before our date, the family group chat lit up. Mom, big news, Caleb and Lila have chosen June 12th for the engagement party. We're making it the main family celebration so no one has to travel twice. We'll do something sweet for Ethan and Mara later when things settle. Then the private text. Just to me. Your wedding date is cancelled. It makes no sense to split the family. Cancelled. Like I'd booked a haircut. Like the last 18 months the fittings. The cake tastings, the way Mara's voice cracked when she said, I think this is the dress, none of it carried weight. I sat in my office chair, fluorescent light buzzing overhead, and felt the old reflex rise. Say it's fine. Be the bigger person. Smooth it over. Again. But this time the reflex hit a wall. And the wall had teeth. I typed one sentence. That's fine. Mom replied in seconds. I knew you'd understand. You've always been so good to your brother. I turned my phone face down. And for the first time in 32 years, I didn't feel guilty. That night I showed Mara the thread. She read it in silence. When she finished she didn't cry. She didn't yell. She just looked at me with those steady hazel eyes and said, So, are we still getting married on June 12th? I exhaled something that felt like 10 years of held breath. Yeah. We are. We didn't plot revenge. We didn't draft angry speeches. We simply decided that our wedding belonged to us. We cut the guest list from 150 to 82. Mostly Mara's people. A handful of my friends who'd seen me through bar prep and breakdowns. One aunt who'd quietly messaged me, I don't care what anyone else says. Tell me the time and place. We met with the venue coordinator. I explained the situation in the calm voice I use when cross-examining hostile witnesses. There may be people who show up claiming the event is cancelled. They're mistaken. The only people who can change or cancel this wedding are standing in front of you right now. She looked at me over her reading glasses. I've seen families try to hijack weddings before. We'll have security. Guest list only. No exceptions. The weeks that followed were strange. Quiet. My parents told the extended family we'd postponed. That I was being sensitive about the overlap. That I'd agreed to let Caleb's moment shine first. I didn't correct the story. I was tired of being the family's fact-checker. 2 days before the wedding, my mother texted. Don't forget Caleb's engagement party starts at 3. Photos at 1:30. Everyone's so excited. I showed it to Mara. We both laughed, the kind of laugh that hurts a little. Our ceremony was at 2 p.m. The morning of June 12th I woke up at 5:47. Hotel room still dark. City humming below. For one heartbeat the old panic whispered. You're breaking everything. You're the villain now. Then Mara rolled over, tangled in sheets, eyes half closed, and muttered. You're catastrophizing again. I laughed. She reached for my hand. We're not destroying anything. They already chose what mattered most to them. We're just choosing us. The day unfolded like a dream I hadn't dared to have. My best friend fumbling with my tie, muttering, You look like you actually slept last night, you bastard. Mara walking toward me in ivory lace that caught every ray of light pouring through those giant windows. The officiant grinning when we both blanked on the same vow and had to start the line again, laughing through tears. The way the room felt full even though half the chairs on my side were empty. No drama at the door. No parents bursting in. No last-minute guilt trips. Just people who wanted to be there. We said, I do, at 2:17 p.m. At 2:19 my phone vibrated in my pocket. I didn't look. I already knew. We left for our honeymoon the next morning. A small cabin up north. No service. Perfect. While we were gone, the photos started dropping. Us kissing under the exposed beams. Mara laughing so hard she had to hold her bouquet like a shield. Me looking at her like she'd personally hung the moon. I posted them the night we got back. No caption. Just the pictures. The family chat exploded. Screenshots of confusion. Texts from cousins, wait, you got married. My mother's voice message, shaky, wounded. You didn't even tell us. You let us think it was cancelled. I listened once. Then I deleted it. 2 years later. Mara and I still pull up those photos sometimes. We toast with whatever cheap sparkling we find in the fridge. She still teases me about how calm I looked when I told my mother that's fine. I still feel the echo of that moment every time someone asks why my parents weren't there. Here's the part I've never said out loud until now. I didn't do it to hurt them. I did it because I finally understood something brutal and simple. Love isn't measured by how much you're willing to erase yourself. It's measured by who still shows up when you stop letting them rewrite your life. My parents still tell people we eloped to avoid drama. Caleb and Lila are married now. Big wedding. Destination. Everything they wanted. And me. I got the only thing I ever really needed. A day that belonged to us. No footnotes. No apologies. No asterisks. So I'm asking you the question I still ask myself some nights. If the people who are supposed to love you loudest choose to schedule something else on the most important day of your life, and they expect you to smile and step aside, would you? Would you let them rewrite your date? Or would you finally write your own ending? Drop your answer in the comments. No judgment. Just truth. I'll be reading every single one. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more stories.